Hello everyone, welcome to William and the Magic Box. Today on our show, we are going to have Fabrizio. Fabrizio is from Argentina, but he lives in Dublin, in Ireland. So let's see what Fabrizio has to say. Enjoy the interview. Amazing, I can hear you. Hello Fabrizio.
Hi, William. How are you?
I'm very well. Thanks so much for taking the time today for the interview. Thank you.
Thank you for the invite. It was really amazing opportunity. Honestly, I really like this kind of chat and
Thank you.
things.
So tell me, how's your day going so far?
Honestly, kind of weird. I had a busy week and many thoughts in my head, and when it's coming to the Saturday or the time when you kind of relax. I don't know if it's better or worse, sometimes. But yeah, all good so far here in Dublin. Now it's very sunny and not too much cloud. It's nice, honestly, to be Dublin. It's really nice.
So tell me, what was the highlight of your week just finished now?
Highlights. Honestly, I was working in some content for my Instagram profile,
Okay.
and I think it was the most focus that I put this week. But a part of that, I have another job, so it's kind of crazy sometimes. But yeah,
Tell me where you're from, Fabrizio.
I'm from Argentina, from Córdoba. The city is Córdoba.
That's amazing. And why Dublin? Why Ireland?
Uh, it's a long trip. It was a long trip. I started traveling in 2018 with my girlfriend. We went to Italy for the Italian citizenship. So we spent some time there. Then we start traveling around Europe. Then we live in Denmark. We traveled to Asia. We went to Australia. And
Wow.
then, yeah, it was a kind of a busy couple of years. And then when we were in Australia, we started hearing about the pandemic.
Hmm.
So we at that time we had family here in Ireland that just arrived. So they start saying, "Okay, do you want to come? It will be nice." Blah blah blah. And we say yes, why not? And we just traveled to here, but 1 week before the pandemic. So it was kind of crazy.
Oh my God. So you're in Dublin when the pandemic hit.
Yeah, exactly.
Wow. Oh wow. And say that again, the name of the city you come from in Argentina?
Córdoba.
Córdoba.
Yeah, it's more like 800 kilometers from Buenos Aires. It's more in the center, in the middle of the country.
So tell me something interesting about Córdoba that stands out compared to the place in Argentina.
We have many things, but I will say one of the that I really miss is Fernet Branca. I don't know if you know it.
No?
Is a drink that is coming from Italy, but in Argentina it was taken as a cultural beverage. So we mix with Coca-Cola and we have kind of a drink that is similar to Jägermeister and is, I don't know, is something that you share with friends, same with the mate. And the mate is another typical drink from there. And I will say music as well. Cuarteto is something that we have there. It's kind of I don't know how to explain. It's similar to cumbia, I will say, or that kind of like very. I don't know how to explain honestly. You need to listen that music because it's the only way to show you how is.
Mate, I know. I think it's a
Yeah.
cold tea, isn't it? Because in Brazil, we back in Brazil, I remember like going to the big cities. Sometimes I remember they were selling mate, and I think
Yeah.
that I'm familiar with.
Yeah.
It's interesting because when I look your profile and I saw your name Fabrizio, I saw you're Italian. I thought, oh, maybe he's Italian. So it's a good surprise for me that you come from Argentina. That's amazing. Wow.
Yeah, my full name is 100% Italian, and my grandfather is from Italy. So it's kind of I just take a shot and say, okay, I will go there and try to do the Italian citizenship and start traveling. And yeah.
Amazing. So tell me a little bit about your job, your work. What do you do for work?
Right now, I'm splitting in two things. First, I'm working at TikTok as a kind of quality assurance. We review content and that kind of things. But I'm trying to do the process to change to a steel mace. I'm a steel mace instructor. It's a tool that I'm trying to show in my Instagram. I'm trying to get more people around to know that discipline, because it's like something that is not very conventional. And if I told you maybe a steel mace, you don't know what is.
No, actually, I never heard of it, and I'd like you
Yeah.
to explain a little bit more about it. It's something new. It's something that has been for a while. So walk me through a little bit.
It's something that has been there for a while, but it's not very common to see it because it's coming from India, but
Okay.
many years ago, and with a different name. The name it was Gada, and it's kind of a different tool.
Mhm.
It's not made of steel, but it's a different tool that it was used to train warriors to fight and that kind of things.
Interesting.
It's really cool. The history behind is amazing. And then now is a discipline that is more modern in other countries, like here in Europe, in US. It's more common to see something like that, and it's made of steel. And at the end of the handle, you have weight. I can show you. I think I have. Yeah, I have one here. Maybe I don't know if you can see it.
Yeah.
It is you have the head that is the main weight, I will say, from the whole handle. And usually, the idea of this is to create movement and to train, to release tension, you can how you say, you can heal pain that you have on your back, on your shoulders, on your joints. So it's a very old technique, I will say, but in a way it's very modern, and it's start to getting more knowledge about that. So I think it's pretty cool, and sometimes you can do, it's kind of a dance. At some point you are moving around, swimming the mains, and it's amazing. It's really nice.
Oh my God, Fabrizio, just made my day now. I learned something new. I never heard of it before. And it's amazing. I love that. I saw some of your videos, but I thought I could see was something maybe with movement, with fitness, or, getting fit, but I didn't know about
Exactly.
the technique. I didn't know about this. Wow, thanks for sharing that. It's amazing. I
Thank
love
you
it.
for us.
Amazing. Okay, Fabrizio, so during the interview, I'm going to explore a bit more about your life and also about your journey so far, okay?
Yeah, amazing.
Are you ready to go on a beautiful journey through memories in life and share your point of views?
Yes, of course. That is why we are here, right?
Amazing. Welcome to William in the Magic Box. So I
Let's
have
go.
my best friend. Full of random fun questions. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to play a song just for us to relax before the first question, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Let's do it. Right, so before we start the game, during the join, if it comes up a question that you don't want to answer, don't want to talk about, always can change, okay?
Yeah, great.
Amazing. First question is, what things do you consider to be relationship deal breakers?
Oh, sometimes I will say maybe miscommunication or not saying the things that you are being through, like maybe something on your day or something on your week or something that is bothering you or that kind of things. I will say when you don't have that kind of communication between your partner, will be a deal break. Yeah.
Yes, I totally agree with you. I think communication is the main key of a
Yeah.
relationship. I think, you are sharing a life with someone that you need to be able to talk about anything, like even some uncomfortable topics. Sometimes it's
Yeah.
difficult, hard, but you need to trust this person. I think that's the build of a relationship. I think that's how things get together.
Yeah. Totally.
So tell me, how did your path cross with your girlfriend for the very first time? How did you meet up for the very first time?
That is another long story. I was when I finished my study. I'm industrial designer. A part of all the things that I'm doing, I'm industrial designer. And when I finish, I start working in a nuclear power station,
Okay.
like Homer Simpson. And so it was kind of an amazing experience. And I met her there. And when we were working on the same area, but in not on the same role and that kind of thing. But we worked there for together, I will say 1 year and a half, and then the project just finished, and we decided to travel together after that. But yeah.
I see. And do you plan to stay in Dublin for a long while or just see yourself in a short term in there?
Honestly, is a 1 million question, I would say. um, Currently, we are living here in Dublin for almost 5 years.
Okay.
So I think we consider this place our second home, a part of Argentina. And we have planning to be here for long, but you never know. Sometimes we have the feeling to come back to Argentina, but then it's like, yeah, you never know.
And do you travel sometimes to see your family over there in Argentina?
Yeah, we try to travel one time per year, I will say, but sometimes it's not quite common. The last time that we went there, it was almost 2 years ago. So,
I see.
yeah.
Okay. Next question. Let's do it.
Yeah, great.
Actually, I'm playing Xuxa, Rainha de los Barritos. I'm sure you know her. I'm sure. She's so big in Argentina.
Yeah, yeah. When I was a kid, I listened a lot of her music. Yeah.
Next question for you is, if you had only 24 hours of life, what would you do?
Oh, that is very deep. Uh, Honestly, right now, because how I'm feeling, probably I will try to spend mostly of the time with my family and friends and that kind of things. Is like I don't need anything else. I will try to spend the full day doing stuff with them.
Wow. And besides your partner, your girlfriend, which person in your family you feel more close to or more connected with right now?
We are living here with my girlfriend's cousin and his girlfriend. Uh, but in Argentina, I will say my parents, because I'm only child. So it
Wow.
was kind of a huge thing to leave the country.
For
Uh,
sure.
but yeah, but at the same time, you know that when you are far away, sometimes I don't text them or send in a message or whatever. But it's like the closest one will be them.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, so your parents, they're watching this interview right now and you have a moment, an opportunity to send them a message. What would you say? You can say in Spanish if you like, and after you can translate in English.
Ok, perfect, thank you. Ma and Pa, los extraño un montón. Espero que estén muy bien y los amo muchísimo.
Oh, sweet. How,
Thank you.
how do you explain that in English?
It's like Mom and Dad, I miss you a lot, and I hope that you are fine, and I love you both a
Um,
lot.
wow. Yeah, I think parents, being the only child, I'm sure it wasn't easy for them to let you go. However, I think we raise children for life, not for us. You know what I mean? That's the
That
way.
is. Yeah, that is a thing. I believe sometimes we feel like we own the other person there, but
Mhm.
we sometimes with that kind of things, with this situation, we realize that this each individual is totally different, and you never know what will do. You know what
For
they will
sure.
do.
Next question. Let's do it.
Right? Yes.
Right, before the next question, Fabrizio, of course, Christmas is just around the corner. We are very, close to Christmas. So tell me, do you like Christmas? What's the meaning of Christmas for you?
I really loved Christmas when I was in Argentina because it's very hot there, and sometimes you spend Christmas uh, with low clothes, just a t-shirt or something, and sometimes you swim, you do other stuff, and it's really funny as well, and you eat a lot, but the best part is you spend that time with your family. I know that sometimes it's just an extra day, another day in the year, but that is a meaning that you put on that day for yourself. Um, from 2018, I didn't spend Christmas anymore in Argentina, and I always spend the holidays with my girlfriend. And it was quite amazing because we spent Christmas around the world. We went to Germany, we went to Australia, we were here. So uh, I believe I really enjoy the holidays, but still is not the same as before, I will say.
And back in Argentina, on Christmas Day or Christmas Eve, there is like a tradition, let's say food or something that the Argentinian people they do every Christmas for you or not? It's just like the most common one. Everyone gets together, eat some food. There is something that you could share.
Honestly, in general, because it's very hot, you try to eat things that are cold, right? So typically we eat empanadas. Um, that is something very common there as well. Um, Pionono is kind of I don't know how to say, but it's a pastry that could be sweet and bitter as well, or salty. Um, Sometimes barbecue. Uh,
Okay.
so yeah, usually a lot of food is kind of a big table with different kind of food, and you start eating.
Um, okay. Next question is, oh, this one's going to be very easy for you. Tell
Okay.
me, what is the most exotic place have you ever been?
Most, sorry,
Exotic place you ever been?
exotic. Okay. I I have mixed feeling because I have many places that are being kind of crazy for me at some point. I will say Italy was one of the first one because it was the first place that I went after my country,
Hmm.
and the culture, the structure, everything, it was like something completely different and new. Uh, but if I need to pick one place, probably I will say Sudeste Asiático, Asia, like Thailand, Malaysia, Singapore, all that area, because it's kind of a completely different culture. It's like something totally different what I'm used to, and at the same time, it's kind of a big, how you say, a big change, because when the first time when I arrived there, it was chaos. It was kind of chaos, but at the same time it was something new, so yeah, the feeling is like, okay, where am I right now, what kind of food I'm eating. I was kind of crazy, but I will say it was kind of the big impact that I received. It was there.
As you had the opportunity to live in different countries, different places, you explore in the world. So tell me about which place did you see more of the Argentina community? For example,
Okay.
Dublin. A lot of Argentinians live there, or maybe in Italy or in Asia, Australia. Which experience that you had living somewhere that you found a lot of Argentinians?
Here in Dublin, it's a big community. Right now, is a huge amount of Argentinian people around
Hmm?
here, but as well, I saw many of them in Denmark and in
Wow.
Australia, like a huge, like maybe some area is just Argentinian, you know. But I will say it was the most common places where I saw many Argentinians.
For example, I'm from Brazil, and of course, sometimes when I'm walking London, when I'm traveling some other places in the world, sometimes I can spot some Brazilian just looking at them. I can tell, okay, I'm sure this person is Brazilian.
Yeah.
I was in Canada last week, visiting my friends, and we went for a spa day, and
Hmm.
you're like relaxing during the day in this beautiful weather. Was cold, but at the same time was this autumn beautiful. You were like in this warm swimming pool. Was amazing. And suddenly I saw this beautiful lady passing by with a man, and I was like, I'm sure she's Brazilian. Just look at her. So my question for you is, can you spot Argentina straight away, like looking at them, or maybe the way they just express themselves without talking, or it can be really hard?
And we get used to a spot more easier when someone is from close to our place. I will say Argentinian or even Uruguay or Brazil as well. You can recognize
Yeah.
because you are used to that. Of course, the other thing, as you might see in the accent as well, I still have, of course, my accent that is from there. And when they start talking, you right away can say from where they are.
Uh,
But yeah, it's quite easier sometimes. Yeah.
okay. Next. Yeah, let's do it.
Great.
Before the next question, tell me a little bit about the flow path. Yeah, the name of your business on social media.
Yeah, the flow path is more like a way to live for me. It's like a ritual. So it's something that I'm trying to show on my social media. Uh, my Instagram is Fabrizio Vigna, that is my name, but the flow path is kind of like the brand that represents the way that I want to live. It's 100% related to the flow. The flow we call the flow when we are swimming the maze, when we are doing some kind of exercise, or when we are dancing with the maze. We call that kind of movement flow. So the idea is the flow path is the word is directly to that. Um, and yeah, I'm trying to show to everyone what it's about in all the content, I would say.
I think. And when was the moment that you start this journey? You just felt like, okay, it just was introduced to you, or you just saw somewhere and you felt like, oh, that's something that I'd like to be more involved with, or to explore more and somehow helping others.
Um, I always been into the sport things. I play basketball for 22 years when I was young, so it
Oh my,
was from yeah a lot of time. It was kind of
amazing.
for my love. It was
How
on
how tall
basketball.
how tall are you?
How old?
So
I,
yeah,
I
how
I'm
tall?
how tall? 184, I will
Okay.
say. I
Now I'm just
think.
curious because of the
Yeah,
basketball.
yeah. Yeah, I started playing at 4 years old until 26, more or less, when I start traveling. So I always been into learn new things related to exercise, to way to move, to train, to basketball or other sports. The last year I was looking at new things. I was watching more content related to yoga, to animal flow, that is another kind of movement that is with your own body. At that point, I found the Dutch Flow Academy. That is a guy that is from Netherlands. He was swimming this tool, and I said, what is that? Why he's doing that movement? What's going on with that? So I start watching more content. I start seeing more videos on YouTube, and I start learning about this tool. And I say, I love it. I want to try it. I get my own maze through Amazon. It was like, okay, I want to order one and see how it goes. And when I start swimming, I start feeling a connection with the tool in a way that you start releasing the tension or the stress, or even your body start move in a completely different way that you are used to move. Because if you're going to a gym, you usually focus on one kind of movement. And here with its tool, the idea is to move your whole body around the maze. And then I started certification. I did a certification with the Dutch Flow Academy because I really like the way that they teach everything that they have there. I learned a lot. It was a lot of practice, a lot of hours invest on that training. And then I say, okay, I want to teach others. I always like uh, to try to share my knowledge in a way. I was in when I was in the after I finished my studies, I started doing kind of a professor thing at the university for a couple of months, and then in my previous job I was a trainer as well related to policy. So I always have that feeling to teach others. So now I found the tool that I really like. I really have passion about that, and I want to try to share it with others that probably they are in the same situation that I was, like looking for something new, something different, something that you have fun. I don't know. I really want to share this with everyone.
I really love that, Fabrizio. I never,
Yeah.
as I told you before, I never heard it before, and I'm so curious about those new things because I love sports as well. I think when when you are connected to sports, I think you're always curious about something new, something different,
Exactly.
and I think it's amazing for you to be able, and somehow it meant to come into your life. Somehow this this new journey has been introduced to you, and you embrace it, and you study it, and you are now somehow helping others. So yeah, amazing. Love this story.
Thank you, Willie.
Next question is, good question. If you're not yourself, would you like to be yourself?
Okay. I will say depend of the year. No, but usually I'm happy with who I am, with the good and the bad things, and I know that the life is a roller coaster. I think all the time. So you have times that you are very there on the top, and sometimes you are down. But it's part of the life. And if I need to choose again, probably yes. But I would like to know the things that I know right now. That is another thing.
Saying that, what's the biggest joy of being Fabrizio? Like, what do you like the most about being you?
um, when I was more like a kid or teenager or around my 20s, I was honestly, in general, I still are, but at that point, I was very active. I slept like 6 hours, and it's more like that enough to be out all the day with friends, doing sport, doing things outside. I think that is something that I really like about me, that I'm trying always to go further in something related. Whatever I feel like is something that I really like or I really enjoy, I try to go further, try to learn more. Um, yeah, I would say that.
I see. Amazing. 3 questions left. Let's do it.
Yeah, let's do it. I love see you dancing, and I want to dance with you, but
Just dance. You can dance with me.
okay.
Next question is, what's the best advice have you ever received?
The best vibes?
Advice.
Advice.
Yeah.
Um, Right now, in my head, I can say probably, I will say it's related with one of the questions that you made before, like if it's your last day, or the last 24 hours, or what you will try to do. Uh, I think that is one of the best advice is to be in the present, to try to be the moment, to do the stuff that you have just in front of you. It's really hard. For me, it's crazy hard to don't think ahead and think in the thing that I supposed to do on the or in problems that are not here right now, you know. Uh, but I think that is the best thing that you can do. Try to be in the moment at in this specific time, like right now, being here, having this chat with you. Uh, I I don't know. The best things happen with this situation. So I will say be in the moment.
I love your answer, and I totally agree with you, Fabrizio. I think we live in a world right now that everything's so fast. We are including
Yeah,
ourselves. Somehow we are there as well. We're part of the world. So I understand. Sometimes we get a bit anxious, or we can get because so much information happening at the same time. And
yeah,
sometimes when you find the balance, like just being the present moment, it's something good for you, for your mental health, for your health, for everything. Because and I remember back in Brazil when I was 18, I remember I had a very good friend of mine. Her dad, he's a very into spirituality, yeah. And I never forget once he told me, said, William, and that time wasn't even social media, nothing. It was a different world. And I remember he told me once that, William, we need to live in the present. You need to watch yourself. For example, even when if you are talking to someone, we are eating, just trying to like put in your mind, okay, I'm taking the fork, I'm putting my mouth, like very simple. But he gave me this advice at the time, and I remember like understanding, but now understand even more the message behind when I was a teenager, 18-year-old, because
yeah,
I carry that with me, and I understand now. And sometimes, to be honest with you, sometimes when I find myself in a very fast paced, like doing
yeah.
so much at the same time, I remember that conversation I had with him at the time, and so I start doing the exercise. I go like, okay, I'm walking now. I'm gonna, I'm looking at someone. Someone is crossing the. It sounds maybe silly, but it helps you to somehow being the present. So I think it's a great message for people around the world for us to enjoy the moment, because the gift to be
Exactly.
is a gift to be in the exact moment that we are right now.
Yeah, sometimes I feel, as you say, you try to start doing the practice to start being in the moment or try to realize or make the conscious
Yeah.
about that specific moment. Something
Mhm.
that helped me sometimes is have a object, could be anything. When you start touching in a way, try to remember, okay, start feeling, think about the what you are doing, think about the texture, the if it's cold, if it's warm, whatever is happening. I like to roll a ring on myself. It's like I don't know, it's kind of a thing that you do when you are
Yeah.
burnout sometimes,
Yeah.
you know. It's like,
And as I said, can look very silly, but it's so important, so
yeah,
powerful. That for you it's just you're just literally doing something that is it's put you in the present
you
somehow.
connect with that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Amazing. Two questions left. Let's do it.
let's go.
Fabrizio, before the next question, tell me, people watching this interview right now, they would like to connect with you, for you to guide them through, this technique. Is it called the flow, this technique, or what's the name of it, like overall that people know?
Usually they know in different ways, but one of the most common is steel mace.
It's still
Is
made.
a steel mace. Yeah, mace is the tool. Steel is because it's
It's,
made of
uh,
steel, but
okay,
so
I got it.
it's a steel mace.
So, people would like to get like me very curious about it. Would you like somehow, you know what I mean, to learn a little bit more or to connect with you? What's your best piece of advice for those people to when they're gonna start it?
Um, I will say similar as what I did is the curious part is the best part because you start looking for something new. And if you're looking for something new, it's because something is missing or something is you need to solve in a way. Uh, so I think that is the best thing that if you're looking for something new and you are tired of doing the same things every day, that is the beautiful about the steel maze. You can be very creative. You can create your own flows. You can create your own movements. Of course, you need to learn the technique first. You need to learn how to swim, to understand the weight, the distribution of the weight, the different kind of grips, the fundamental things. But then, when you have all the bases, you will be able to improve yourself to be in a way creative with your own tool.
I see.
So I think that is the beautiful things. Everyone wants to be creative. Sometimes it's harder for one and others, but at some point that is what everyone is looking, try to find a way to show themselves. And with the steel maze, a part of all the benefits that has for your body, for pain, for shoulders, for building muscles, for the cardio. Everything is a training. You have everything there. But for me, the most beautiful part is like you can find a way to show yourself to others or even yourself to you.
I have a feeling that it can be very spiritual as well. I have a feeling about it. Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of a connection with the tool.
Yeah.
I feel that when I start my journey during the certification and everything, that at some point I start connecting with the tool, because if you don't be at that moment, if you are not in that moment, in the moment that you are swimming, you can hit yourself and you can hurt yourself because you are moving around an extension of your body, like maybe it's around 1 meter longer. So it's something that is weird. You are not used to do that. And if
I
you are not at that moment and you don't connect with the tool, uh, it's missing that part. But yeah.
see. Okay. Next
Excellent.
question for you is, what do you miss the most from your childhood and why?
Oh, I will say be free in many ways,
Uh-huh.
because when we are a child, we think that we need to do what everyone say, right? Like your parents say, don't do that, don't do that, whatever. But sometimes it's like you don't realize how free you are of many things. You can be yourself, you can play around, you can go out with friends all the time because you don't have much responsibilities as well. So you are not in the in the system, like working to be at the end of the month to buy your pretty things or wherever. So I will say I really miss that part that you can do whatever you want just because you want to do it, like you want to be free and do the stuff that you want to do.
Amazing. Last question. Let's do it.
Yeah,
Let's
amazing, lovely.
do it. Before the last question, tell me what basketball has taught you.
Honestly, many things. I think it's very important for a kid to be part of a sport, like because you connect with others in a way that everyone is pushing in a only way, in one direction. Um, and as well, you learn how to be competitive, but
Yeah.
sometimes in a good way, not in the
Yeah.
only way that is kind of, oh, I want to beat you. It's more like competitive to improve yourself, to grow with others as well, with your teammates.
Yeah.
um, and as well, I don't know, coordination about
Yeah.
my body, to understand how it works, how to move, because basketball have the it's a for me it's a complete sport in many things, because you need to move with your whole body all the time, and you need to be on control of the ball.
Mhm.
I don't know. I'm very grateful about the sport, because I love.
It's so interesting you saying that, Fabrizio, because back in Brazil, I played volleyball for years as well. Was when I was 12 years old, I started and I just finished. I just stopped when I moved to Europe when I was 19. So
Yeah,
I stopped playing volleyball. And you're so right, because I remember, like, nowadays I'm so thankful for that, because you learn, as you said, about, it's a motivation that, for example, nowadays I learned that you cannot get anywhere alone. You need someone around you. It's like play as a team. I get that, and I think it came from volleyball, because I remember I couldn't play on my own if I wanted to. I need my colleagues, my team around me to work together, and I think that's a life lesson, because nowadays, as an adult, I go like, wow, I do whatever you do in your life, whatever you want to achieve. Trust me, you're never gonna get that alone. You need main key peoples around you to guide you, to work together, to put things together. That's what I've learned as well. It's very sports introduced to children very early age. It's already a big thing, because they're gonna have a mindset, growing up, and they're gonna be ready for adulthood. That's how I see as well. It's
yeah, in many things. Yeah, that's totally agree, because at some point you start doing not just for the job part, but
no,
emotionally as
yeah,
well. You need support. You need
yeah.
another person there that will say, okay, come on, we need to
So
go, we
yeah,
need to continue, we need to
yeah,
play, we need to do whatever we need to do,
yeah.
and you
It's
need
like a
that
team.
support.
And I remember playing volleyball. Sometimes I made a mistake, and my team, they were like, William, move on. You can do the next. And it's
Exactly.
about life. They're moving you forward. I even got goosebumps now saying that, because I remember sometimes even my colleagues, they made a big mistake. We're about to lose, and sometimes you're like, you know what? Carry on. It's a mistake. Let's carry on.
Yeah,
Let's win the game. Let's win the game. So I think that's that vibe that we carry for us. That's why sometimes we cheer up our friends and family and
yeah,
people around us, because we've learned that very young age. That's amazing.
that's love.
Last question is, what's your favorite TV show?
Oh, TV show. Honestly, I'm not too much into TV show right now. I'm more today, Netflix, Amazon Prime Video,
Uh,
whatever is more related to movies or that kind of things.
So what's your favorite maybe movie, or maybe something that watched that you were like, okay, that was amazing.
Honestly, I will say is everything related to Marvel, DC, superhero thing. Is like I don't know. I grow up watching that kind of things. Dragon Ball Z, like all related to that. So I will say I love that kind of movie. Something that I can spend a whole day watching.
I see. Okay, so then yet, let's play now the word association game. Okay, I'm going to say some words, just one word that comes to your mind. Quick thinking, okay?
Okay.
One word for money.
Um, reason,
One word,
reason,
okay?
one word, reason.
Family,
Love.
fear,
Uh, go through. I don't know if it's one word.
it can say two, or it doesn't.
Okay, great.
One word for life.
Live.
Religion,
Fine.
love,
Need.
politics.
Um, Neutral. I don't
Yeah,
know.
I like
Nothing
it.
coming to my
I
mind.
like it. No politics.
No, only.
One word for sex.
Connection.
Friendship,
Brother.
desire,
Passion.
regret,
Um Work harder.
success.
Fight.
One word for wish.
Wish. Uh, Desire.
One word for happiness.
It's hard to say in English because my head is coming a lot of in Spanish, but happiness, I will say moment.
One word for Dublin.
Cold.
One word for Argentina.
War.
One word for still made.
Ritual.
Wow. One word for basketball.
Oh. Platonic love. I don't know if it's like that. Yeah.
Wow. Amazing, amazing. And the last one now, the flow path. One word.
Way to live.
Beautiful. Let's pretend now I'm going to meet a girlfriend for a coffee, and I'm going to ask your girlfriends. Define Fabrizio in one positive word and one negative word only. What she would say about you?
What you will say about me? Okay. Determination.
Okay.
And the other part could be too serious.
Really? You can get too serious sometimes.
Sometimes, yeah. Yeah, and the last couple of months or weeks I'm getting on that thing because for the stress, I think is when you relieve that part is completely different person. But yeah.
She knows you very well, I'm sure. Let's play now Fabrizio in the magic box, and you can ask me a question. But before that, let's play the music one more time. Let's do it.
Yeah, let's go.
Okay, Fabrizio, you can ask me a question now.
Yeah, I was thinking on this question. And when you was a kid, what do you want to be when you grow up? Like, you imagine yourself being today like this, or?
What a great question. Actually, I'm going to share a funny, interesting story with you. As a kid, I think I was maybe 6 or 7 years old. My teacher at school, she gave us like a piece of paper with random questions like, what's your favorite thing? What's your about your parents? And there was a question, what do you like to be when you grow up? That was a question. My answer was Michael Jackson. So I wrote Michael Jackson. So she collected from all the students the papers, and next day she called me her desk, said, William, come here. I went there. She was like, did you understand this question? Said, yes, I did. And she said, why did you put Michael Jackson? And I said, because I would like to be Michael Jackson when I grow up. And she said, but Michael Jackson is not a profession. And I told her, no, I want to be Michael Jackson when I grow up. So, long story short, I think she contacted my mom to try to explain to me because I didn't want to understand. I didn't want to get it. Just want to answer that. And I have this vague memory of my mom talking to me about it. Like she was explaining, okay, you can be a dancer, you can be a performer, you can be a singer. Michael Jackson, it's that. But I remember I didn't want to take. I was like, no, I want to be Michael Jackson. So
I want to be here.
Yeah, I want to be Michael Jackson. And I understood. I think, Michael Jackson, he could do it all. He could dance, he could sing, all of that. And I think back to that, I think that was my idea. I wanted to do everything what he was doing. So back to your question, I think, based on that, I think nowadays with the Magic Box, I have the opportunity to be myself. When I'm here, I love dancing. I love express myself through dancing. I love to talk. I love to learn. I love to, to connect with people. And I think in a way, Michael Jackson was doing that. He was doing that. Even without knowing, I was already thinking ahead, like, okay, I want to be that one day. Could be through dance, could be through music, and there is music in the show here as well. So I love that, and I think that's, and of course, I wanted to be a lawyer as well. I want to be a teacher, and I believe that all of us we can be different things in our lives and still feel happy. Still be the same. Like I believe we have the ability to learn different professions and still feel very happy. However, I think when you can do something that you love it, I think it's a lottery. You won the lottery because it's about you, it's about being you. So back to your question, Fabrizio, I think that was something that I hold close to my heart, because it was a very genuine answer as a child, when I wrote down that. And I didn't understand much, but for me, I was just to be this person, that he was doing something, connect with people. He was already connect with, millions of people. He was through dance, through music. And I think I didn't understand that much at the time, but I was already, feeling the vibe of being Michael Jackson. So that's my answer for you. Yes.
I love your answer. It's amazing because at that point you realize how as a kid you see the things in a different way,
Yes.
and
Yeah.
you well to realize how it works. It's a completely different, but doesn't mean that it's wrong. It's a different way, and it's totally fair because you're a kid. You want to do
It's a
that,
imagination. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, and at the time I didn't have the knowledge to write, okay, I could be a dancer, a singer, a performer, blah, blah, blah. I just put everything together because I could see everything that in one person, and that he was a figure. For example, Shusha for me, Shusha was a big idol for me. That's, this beautiful blonde lady come every morning, the Starship. I was like, oh my God, what's that beautiful thing? So it's all connected with our childhood. I think we are a child, it's magnific being a child, because you have a different way of approaching life, of expressing yourself, you know what I mean? And the adults sometimes they're not ready for that sometimes.
No.
They go, wow. That's why my teacher, she was like, she was trying to explain to me what she was right. She was trying to explain to me that I could be, you know what I mean, everything. However, I was already, thinking a different way. I don't know, somehow I was just a genuine answer. So I get your point. I think it's amazing to express ourselves, in the best way positive, the best way that you can, and people, they appreciate that for sure. That's great.
Yeah, I believe that is the right answer to everything. Be yourself and try to do whatever you can with whatever you have. Yeah.
Amazing. Did you enjoy the interview,
A
Fabrizio?
lot. It was amazing. It was a really pleasure to meet you, William. It
Thank
was
you.
really nice, very easygoing. It was amazing to chat with you. So
Thank
thank you again.
Thank you so much, and I appreciate you as well. And I'm a very curious person, and I'm not joking. You made my day today, and I will always
Thank you.
remember, about this skill, this technique, this new thing, and I can't wait to share with my friends, my best friend in
Thank you.
Canada. I will for sure, because it's something new, and it's something that I didn't know, and I love to learn. I love to learn something new. So thanks again for bringing, your time, and to bring your energy to the show as well, and the knowledge for sure.
Thank
Before
you.
you
Thank you.
go, before you go, Fabrizio, if you can share a positive message or anything that you live by.
We were talking about this during the interview, but I think the main point here in life, in general, what we are trying to look at is to be ourselves
Mm-hmm.
in the things that really matters for us. It's like whatever makes you happy, just do it. And that is the correct path. And that is the reason why is the flow path for me is your path is the correct one for you.
Totally. Okay.
Thank
So
you a
much.
lot, William. It was a pleasure. I love your energy, and thank you again.
Thanks so much. Enjoy your day. Okay. Take care.
You
Bye
too.
bye.
Bye.
Ciao, ciao.
Bye. Bye. Ciao.
So, did you like the show? Don't forget to give a like, to share it, and also don't forget to subscribe to the channel. And if you'd like to be part of the show as well, first, subscribe to our channel, and after that, just go to our website, www.williamandthemagicbox.com, and send us a request saying why you'd like to be part of the show. And I see you there. Bye bye. See you next time.